Please welcome the Director of Media and Entertainment for HP, Rick Champagne.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Rick.
And thank all of you. Really appreciate you being here. How many of you know how long HP has been coming to SuperMeet? Any guesses? 8 years. We've been coming here 8 years. This is personally my 6th SuperMeet worldwide. So I've also been to 2 Amsterdam, 4 of them here in Las Vegas. Really excited to be here. SuperMeet for us is something of a passion. We love coming here because we love interacting with all of you. We love hearing your stories when you come out to the booth. So thank you for that. Thank you for welcoming us as part of the community. So SuperMeet is about the community, obviously, but also about great prizes. So we're going to talk about both of those things tonight. At the end of this session, I'm going to give out the very first door prize tonight. We also are fortunate enough to have another gift from NVIDIA, so they're going to be also helping us with a Quadro M6000. So thank you very much to NVIDIA. All right. So the HP story goes back a very long way. We started over 75 years ago in media and entertainment. Our very first customer was the Walt Disney Company. They bought an audio oscillator that they used in the live production of Fantasia. Bill and Dave started the Silicon Valley when they sold that very first product. So they've been thinking about innovation and creation this whole time. And that's deep inside the roots of HP. It's something that's very close to our heart. We live and breathe this every single day. I don't know if you know this story, but Steve Jobs actually called up Bill Hewlett and asked him for some spare parts for some computer stuff he was working on. And he was 12 years old at the time. Bill picked up the phone and he said, yeah, I'd love to help you with that. And he actually gave Steve Jobs a summer internship to work on the very products that he was asking for. So we have a long legacy in media and entertainment. We have a long legacy of innovation and passion for the industry. And we continue that today. In 2015, you may have heard that our Dreamcolor displays won an Academy Award in Scientific and Engineering. It's a legacy of the Dreamcolor. Thank you very much. And we have our Dreamcolor architect here, and he'd love to talk to you more about Dreamcolor. And we're going to tell you a bit more about that in a bit. So with that, we also keep track of the industry. We keep our finger on the pulse. We work very closely with our advisory councils. We have one in Los Angeles with film customers there. We have one in London, Soho. And we also have additional councils that we do in other cities to help guide the future of our products. We work very closely with our customers, and there's a lot of customer-driven innovation that comes out of that. And we keep track of the industry trends. So we know that ultra-high resolution is something that is not in the future here. It's happening now. I was talking to Sky Television out of the UK at NAB, and they were on a panel talking about how they've moved to UHD for all of their broadcasts. So, and it's not just Sky. It's happening everywhere, and you're probably feeling this too. And so we think about this when we're creating our products. And we also think about high frame rates. So things are being shot at higher and higher frame rates. If you recall, we had Brain Farm out on stage a while back. They shoot at 120 frames per second with 4K red footage. So this is something that we need to help you with. And we also think about VR. So how many of you are also thinking about VR? Anybody? Yeah, wow, that's impressive. 360 video? Yeah, even more. It takes a lot of horsepower to do that. Stitching, when you unwrap a 360 video shooting at high resolution could be anywhere from 18 to 24K. So HP is here to help you deal with those challenges, and we partner with NVIDIA to do all of that. So an HP Z Workstation, so I'm just going to take you through a little bit of education so that you really understand what's in our DNA. So we have a lab in Fort Collins, Colorado. That's where we're headquartered for HP Workstations. We have this very intense process that we take all of our products through. We have shake and shock machines. We have a material sciences lab that tests every single component that comes in, even when we're working with third-party manufacturers, to make sure that the quality is of the highest possible quality that you can get. We also have a 10-meter chamber that looks like Cerebro, where we have all kinds of instruments pointing at it to measure everything you can possibly measure, from emissions to sound. Because we know that when you're in an edit bay, you want a really quiet machine. So the other thing that we do is we superheat them, we supercool them, we put them at altitude. In Fort Collins, we're actually 5,000 feet on the ground. So we put them through everything you can possibly put them through, and we surpass military spec standards with our workstations. So that's part of the core of it, obviously, is the quality. Performance, partnered with NVIDIA, is the other part of it. And then we take all of that and we certify it with software partners. So we certify and test with Avid, with Media Composer and Pro Tools. We certify and test with Autodesk, so Maya, 3ds Max, Flame. In fact, Flame has a deep integration with our workstations. And we also work with Foundry on Nuke and Nuke Studio. They just announced at the show that Nuke Studio has certified one workstation. And it's the HP Z840 with the NVIDIA Quadro cards. So that was big news for us. It took a long time to get to that, to make sure that the quality was there. And so the other thing that we do is, and Adobe, of course. So Premiere Pro is a favorite of ours, and so is After Effects. So we test with all of the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. So that's also part of the core of our DNA. And so we hired Jan Ozer, who wrote a book about Premiere Pro. You may know Jan. And we wanted to know what the truth was about performance between the two. We knew we could beat it just based on current hardware standards and what the latest CPUs and GPUs and storage was. But when Jan reported back all of his findings on the tests that he did, we were overjoyed. And so we published a white paper. And then after that, what we did was we did a video, and some of you may have seen that. We got some cheers, and we got people who were also maybe it was a bit too in your face. So, but it was a great video in that I can promise you, I was there on set, and literally the people who came out to do the tests live in person were not actors. Watch the video. If you just YouTube search on Mac Pro versus Z840, you'll find it. And we're showing it out there if you want to see it. But the first time they knew what they were there for, they knew they were going to be on camera, they knew they had to be video editors. And the first time they actually saw what was happening was when they walked through the door. And then, of course, they got to test it for themselves. But we wanted you to test it for yourself. We didn't want you to just believe the video that HP published. So if you come out, we have a fully maxed out Mac Pro. So everything in it, as much as you can do with it, versus a mid-range HP Z840. And you can see for yourself what the difference is between the two. And in fact, my apologies to NVIDIA, but we're using the last generation, a single Quadro M6000 GPU. So if we were to use today's P6000 or P5000, we'd do even better. But come and see that. So here are just some of the specs that you can see from that white paper. But we have the printed white paper. You can go through and see everything for yourselves. So some pretty dramatic performance increases you get. And of course, if you are concerned about Windows versus Mac, this is what Premiere Pro looks like in both. So, and so, again, these are just specs. So I don't want to bore you with that. So just at a high level, we can double the processors. We can do 10 times the RAM. We can do up to 3 NVIDIA Quadro cards. Do you all know that NVIDIA helped with the Mercury playback engine? And it's optimized for NVIDIA Quadro graphics cards. So that's something that really helps us get that advantage, too, is with the NVIDIA GPUs. We also have ultra-fast storage. So you all know what an SSD is, a 2.5-inch SSD with a ribbon cable into your computer. Maybe you've swapped out one in the past to go from a hard drive to SSD. Well, what we have in the Z Turbo drive is it looks like a RAM chip. It's called an M.2 module. We put that on a card that goes into a PCIe slot in your computer. You don't have to think about this when you order it, but it actually does 4 times the speed of a standard SSD. The SSD is not the bottleneck, so 4 times the speed. But then we took 4 of those and put them on another card, and with that, we're able to get up to 9 gigabytes per second read speeds off of that drive. If you want to edit 8K raw uncompressed, you need that kind of storage. This is like the kind of performance that you can't get anywhere else. So that's a major advantage, and we've got lots of others, and we'd be happy to talk to you about that. We also have some mobiles. They're called the ZBooks. This is our high-end workstations. HP's got lots of other mobiles and stuff that you see at Best Buy or or on the online and that sort of thing. But these are our workstations. These are the professional class products that feature NVIDIA Quadro graphics, which again is all about quality build, and it's also about the certifications, and I'll tell you a bit more about that. But we just announced at the show that we have a mobile that's VR capable. So you can have a Quadro P5000 in that. You can have 64 gigs of RAM. I mean, crazy, crazy laptop. It's a bit thick and heavy, I'll be honest. But and then we also have our VR-ready workstation. So a bit of education for you. Maybe you didn't know that. We have workstations that have been tested with the Oculus Rift, with the HTC Vive. In fact, we sell the HTC Vive Business Edition as a third-party option. So you can get that through HP as well if you wanted to. So that's pretty exciting for us. One thing I'll warn you about with VR at NAB or any other show is make sure people are cleaning the glasses. You do not want ocular herpes. It's something that takes a while to go away. It's not pleasant. Practice safe headsets, honestly. Really, truly. So we also introduced our dream color display, the Z31X. True Cinema 4K. This is 4096 by 2160. It's a 10-bit panel, 99.4% coverage of DCI P3. It also has a 1500 to 1 contrast ratio. Gorgeous display. We have it out here. Highly stable off-axis black. So if you're editing, you're inviting someone to come and do an over-the-shoulder review, client attend session, that sort of thing, everybody gets a great viewing experience with that display. We also paid attention to design. If you come out and see the products, you'll see that. We also have an integrated colorimeter. So if you want to calibrate your display every 100 hours of runtime, you can program it to do that. You just set the timer for that. You can also program it to do it every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, whenever you want. Monday night, 2 a.m. It'll turn itself on. It'll warm itself up. The calibration, it's an XYZ colorimeter, will come down, calibrate your display, pop up, turn itself off. You can also schedule it so that if you start probably at 10 a.m. every day, you can schedule it to turn on at 9:30, warm itself up, and be ready for you to do color-critical work the second you walk in that door. Beautiful display. You've got to see this. It also has a built-in KVM, so if you have a MacBook and you have an HP Z840, you can plug them both into this display. Quick key to swap between the two. It's built right into the display. Super powerful, and that was the KVM right there. So, of course, great displays need great graphics. We partner with NVIDIA for that. All of our workstations have NVIDIA Quadro graphics. We go across the entire line, typically in an editorial, color grading, compositing, VFX, motion graphics scenario. These are the GPUs that we work with the most. And the difference between these and consumer graphics of any kind is that Quadro has the best build quality. It's built by NVIDIA. It has all those certifications, just like the workstations. And it also typically has at least double the frame buffer. So if you're doing, if you're shooting with a Nokia Ozo, 2K cameras, 8 of them, that's 16K unwrapped. The frame buffers on these are much larger, so you can deal with larger files right in the GPU, super fast that way. In some cases, more cores. Also, there's a myth out there that you might need a consumer gaming card to do something like VR. This is not the case at all. If you're doing content creation, you need the biggest, best, fastest that you have. And if you go to the Spec APC website, this is an industry standard body, they will show you that the benchmarks between consumer graphics and pro graphics, like NVIDIA Quadro, specifically NVIDIA Quadro, is much faster. This is a truth by a third-party thing. So it's one of those things, you know, I get the question, but really, it's been tested, and we have the numbers to show it. So NVIDIA also has a complete VR platform. It looked like a lot of people were really interested in that. So they do have the GPUs, but they go much further than that. There is the software, so that's one thing that we do with our workstations, is we make sure that we have something called Performance Advisor built into every single workstation. It will look and see, oh, you have Premiere Pro on this system. This is the driver you need to use. This is the latest driver that was tested with Adobe and with NVIDIA. So, and you can press the button to download right now. So this is the kind of experience that you get with a workstation and with an NVIDIA Quadro GPU. They also have, so the driver's obviously very stable, and they're there to make sure that the experience that you have is a professional experience. We have 3-year warranty, service, parts. If something goes wrong with your system, someone will come and replace it. I mean, it's built for professional workflows and workloads. And then, of course, there's VRWorks, which is a complete ecosystem of APIs and tools that you can use to develop, to do large format displays, to do stitching, to do caves, if that's what you want to do, but also to make sure that you get the best performance when you have a VR experience. So that was just a little bit of what I wanted to share with you. We're all here to also educate ourselves. Maybe you didn't know about that. Maybe you didn't know Premiere Pro was CUDA accelerated, which is for NVIDIA GPUs. Maybe you didn't know about workstations, what really the difference was between that and an off-the-shelf gaming or consumer PC is. Hopefully you've learned a little. We wanted to tell you all about it, and we want to learn about what you're doing. So please come and see us. But now is time to give away some cool prizes. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. I think we need a little bit more applause than that. So what we're going to do is everyone who has a white ticket, please stand up. As Rick will pull the ticket, and then Rick will slowly read the numbers one by one. If it's not your number, sit down until there's only one.
One ring, one ticket to rule them all. All right, here we go. Just digging in. And actually, you know what? You didn't see if I had anything in that hand. So I'm going to switch hands, nothing up my sleeve. So this way we all know we're all in the same boat together here. I'm going to pull out the first ticket. I have the ticket. All right. 6. Yeah. Look at us all. We've all got 6. 3. Woo! 9. All right. 4. Wow. I don't have that many Z2 minis. 4. Oh. 0. Oh. 4. Yeah.
All right. You come on up here right now. Quickly. Go around, walk up the stairs. And we'll just get a quick your name.
My name is Brian Roberts. I've been buying tickets for 7 years. This is the first time I've won anything.
Yeah! All right.
And this is the first door prize again. He just won.
And you just won a Z2 Mini with a Dreamcolor Z32X color critical display.
Not too shabby, I must say.
Not too shabby.
Let's do a quick photo op here with Dean.
Nice.
All right. Together, all of us together. All right. Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you. You are released. Go back.
I need your card.
Oh my, yes.
Your business card to mail to you. All right. We're exchanging information now.
Excellent.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, everyone with a white ticket, please stand up once again, because we have a bonus round raffle. And again, the other door prize will be given away at the regular raffle. So, here we go. Rick is going to give away.
This is an NVIDIA Quadro M6000 24 gigabyte GPU. Awesome stuff right here. All right, and we're going to roll up the sleeve one more time here. Going in, pulling out the first one. 6, 3, 9, 4. Oh, yeah. 3. Oh. 6. 7. What?
Hello?
6, 3, 9, 4, 3, 6, 7.
Okay. Another ticket.
Revolt.
Very quickly.
All right. 6, 3, 9, 4, 4, 7, 7.
Here we go. Woo! He's running on up. All right, come around quickly on the stairs. Oh, no, 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 the stairs.
Remember your age. Remember your age.
Wait. Make sure. 6394477, right?
That's the one.
That's it. And your name?
Mark Wright.
Mark, you have just won this prize. And let's just do a quick photo op right here, looking at that camera. Okay, great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So everyone, please, who's got a white ticket, hold on to them for the raffle. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan. Really
And
appreciate it.
thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Champagne.